Name the scariest game on your mind right now. Outlast? Amnesia? The Callisto Protocol? Hell no. Dead Space? Great choices, by the way, except that third one. But none of these have nothing on the gem that is Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is my favorite game of all damn time. 2 years ago, it landed on Game Pass, and because of the high praise and the good reviews I saw on the store, hell, it's damn near 5 stars on there, I decided to give it a try. Why not? It could be pretty good, right? Bro, I was not ready. This game put me through a whole emotional, terrifying roller coaster that does not stop until the credits roll. If you go on YouTube and search this game up, you can find many other YouTubers talking and explaining how Outer Wilds is an amazing game. I completely agree with them and highly recommend you guys watch their videos because they probably will explain how amazing this game is better than I do. So, to not just recycle the same thing over and over again, I thought to do something different that explains not only how amazing this game is, but in a way where they master horror game design perfectly without them probably not even trying, or maybe it could be, in a cosmic setting by playing with your deepest fears and phobias. As you know, if you played the game, there are many planets and places to explore. Timberhearth, Giant's Deep, Brittle Hollow, the Hourglass Twin Planets, Dark Bramble, the Sun, and the end goal of the whole game, the Eye of the Universe. With all these places to explore, the game perfectly captures a specific phobia in each one of these places. Before we get into the phobias, let's start with you're probably thinking, insanely thick. Timberhearth isn't scary at all. What's wrong with Timberhearth? Exactly, that's the point. I thought I should start with this one because Timberhearth is not meant to be scary. It's meant to resemble the opposite of fear and phobias, where you are meant to feel safe and at home. There's a reason why you can learn almost everything you need to know about the other planets and places you are going to explore just from this one place, to get you started and prepared for this terrifying yet thrilling journey you are about to fly into. Timberhearth is just supposed to be your lovely safe haven, and it captures that feeling perfectly with the comforting, warm music that plays while walking and talking to your other fellow aliens around the planet. The Outer Rock is also a great example of this safe haven, while also giving you a glimpse into the impending horror you're about to fly into. I believe it's preferred you go here right after flying for the first time so that the fear of flying your ship starts to ease itself. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's get into our first phobia / planet. Growing up, I never had a huge fear of heights. I loved roller coasters and always looked down at tall buildings for the hell of it. But when I tell you, if there was a fear for falling into a huge black hole below you, that would be my worst fear. The anxiety that I am sure many of you have got from just walking under the crest of this planet, as the floors and parts of the planet are falling right into the black hole that's in the core. It's really damn terrifying. One specific part that gets me is walking along these damn crystal walls, knowing what's right below you. I think this planet perfectly captures that feeling that people get from being on a tall building or mountains, because that feeling of falling and most likely dying is that black hole, and you do not want to fall in that black hole. In this case, we're only talking about Ember Twin. The way these two planets work is they are both gravitating with each other, as it's still orbiting around the sun. But because of them gravitating with one another, the sand that completely covers Ash Twin falls into Ember Twin, burying everything under it, along with the important tunnels you must explore with this planet. So in the matter 10 to 15 minutes in every loop. You must explore these claustrophobic ass caves quickly, or you're going to get buried under all the sand. A claustrophobic person's worst nightmare. What doesn't help is how long and confusing at times these tunnels could be if you don't know where you're going. Because once you get lost, there's no turning back, and next thing you know, you're dead. Shit, bro, what else is there to this? It's goddamn tornadoes. The feeling you get when you first enter Giant's Deep is different. It makes your heart skip a beat, low-key. I know it did for me. It's like you brace yourself once you're about to first fly into Giant's Deep, and next thing you know, you're trying not to shit your pants and crash at the same time. One thing this planet does best is make sure you know you can't really escape these tornadoes. Even if you're safe or in shelter, once you are at your most comfortable, the tornado will come and sweep you away. That's what this planet does to you. You think you're safe on one of these little islands floating in the water, but every once in a while, a tornado will come and sweep you away back into space, come crashing down in the matter of like 10 seconds. This planet also makes you feel like you have to face your fears by making you first be terrified of the tornadoes to where you wouldn't even think about going into the giant one inhabiting the planet that you see every single time you're roaming this planet. Why the hell would you do that? But progressing through the game, you realize to progress further, you must face those fears of these huge wind monstrosities and fly right into it. Never thought you would willingly fly into a huge mega tornado, would you? Hey there, enjoying the video? Why don't you like, comment your favorite planet to explore, and just hit that subscribe button? Huh? This one is pretty simple. No one wants to be burned to death, and what makes this phobia come out while just exploring space is how big the damn sun is. You see it all the time. This shit is a huge big ball of hot blazing fire in the center of your universe, and you must go near it in order to travel to these other important parts of the game. I can't tell you the amount of times I tried to swerve to the left or right to get to another planet behind the sun, and gravity fucks me over and kills me, or even the amount of times I tried landing on the sun station and fell right into the damn sun. You feel that shit all the time when you accidentally fly right into it. It puts you on your toes to always be wary of that blazing death trap. One moment that really captures this feeling is that moment where you finally teleport to the sun station and you open that space door in order to fly across to the other side with the sun right below your feet. This shit is scary as hell. Plus, no one who played this game will never forget the first time they witnessed the sun explode into a supernova. It's terrifying, it's beautiful, it's mesmerizing, and it shows that there is no escape to your fears and phobias unless you deal with them head on. Over and over and over again, no matter how many times you try. Where do I start with this? This section right here is a special section for me. All these other phobias I mentioned and will later mention are really phobias of mine that I'm not, really scared of. But this one, Thalassophobia, is one that puts one huge knot in my stomach every time I think about it. If you played this section of the game, you know you have to take your ship and slowly glide into this endless white fog with white and red lights in the distance. While Thalassophobia is a phobia of deep waters, I believe this fog you fly through resembles that endless, bottomless waters that people with this phobia are scared of. Along with the fear of deep waters is that fear of something big and scary coming from below you or behind you when you're most vulnerable, and eating you when you least expect it. So it's no coincidence that the enemies in Dark Bramble are huge anglerfish waiting for noises to pounce at. These anglerfish are no joke as well. I believe you can only do one level of thrust or anything else, they will hear you and eat you instantly. There is no escaping these things. Bro, there was one point I was playing with a friend, showing him the game, and we're trying to find the vessel. We entered one of the huge egg things, and the anglerfish instantly hears us. So we move back into the pass section and wait. But when we head back, it glitches and instantly has the anglerfish eat us and scared the shit out of me and my friend. This entire section while I was playing the game scared the hell out of me. If I'm being honest, I couldn't do it without someone right near me to be scared with me. Dark Bramble perfectly captures what makes the game Subnautica so scary, which is no surprise since Subnautica is the reason I found out I had Thalassophobia. I will always remember this game just for this particular part, because it captures my deepest phobia perfectly, and at times, executing it better than Subnautica did. If there is one phobia that probably inhabits all humans in this planet, it's the fear of the unknown. We humans hate things that we cannot explain, which is most likely things like space and black holes and the point of our own universe. That's exactly how these two places are formed, through this cosmic fear that will sure make you shit your pants in these sections of the game. You spend the entire game trying to solve this universal mystery to get to a location that is known to answer all your questions you build up throughout the entire playthrough. In that moment, you actually get some of those answers, a glimpse into this terrifying revelation when you enter the quantum moon and actually know how to navigate it. It is truly undefeated. Walking into the Eye of the Universe location with an actual Nomai standing at the other end and waiting for you as the Eye of the Universe itself just barely reveals itself to you from above. Shit, bro. This quantum moon part, though, doesn't even come close to what it feels like warping to the actual Eye of the Universe location. All you can hear is the mysterious sounds from the quantum energy surrounding the Eye of the Universe, intensifying that feeling of jumping right into the fear of the unknown. That moment you actually jump into the Eye of the Universe, I literally felt my heart drop into my ass. That feeling is nearly undefeated. When you get to the forest section of the Eye of the Universe and gather all your friends that you made along the way before the inevitable happens, it speaks to me. It tells me that even though I was scared of all these things, along my time adventure, I faced them. I faced them all. Fear is just fear. Phobias are just phobias. Anglerfish are just anglerfish, no matter how fucking scary they are. These things don't matter in the end because we have the opposite side of the coin in our everyday life. Love, friends, excitement, courageousness, and acceptance. Because in the end, we're all going to die someday, and ultimately, that fate is out of our hands no matter how much we try to stop it. You thought I was done, huh? Nope. Consider this epilogue section of the video. If there was one phobia or fear almost everyone has in this world besides Xenophobia, it's the fear of the dark. Especially kids. It makes our eyesight pitch black, unable to see anything, unable to detect danger that may be lurking near you. And this phobia here is the whole driving point of the masterpiece of a DLC, Echoes of the Eye. Light is your best friend in this DLC. Whether it be opening locked doors with lanterns, looking at ancient projector films, looking out for creepy ass owl enemies in your path, enter a mystical simulation made by an entirely different alien species. It's beautifully crafted. It definitely makes you face your fears in this DLC as well, where you need to walk through pitch black sections of the game just to not get detected by the owls. This shit is terrifying when you first play it, and I almost quit this point, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just speaks to how well they play with your fears. Can someone please just erase my memory of this entire game so I could play it for the first time again? I would pay millions just to get that experience again. And that's it, fellas. Who knew the scariest game of all time for me would be a game that's not even considered a horror game? Step up, you horror game developers, bro. I think what this game does best, from playing with your deepest fears and phobias, is forcing you to face them in order to progress through the game. Brittle Hollow, you had to walk on the crystal walls over the black hole. The Hourglass Twins, you have to go through the tunnels that can close up on you in seconds if you're not too careful. Giants Deep, you have to willingly fly into the tornadoes in order to fly into the core or find the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. The Sun, you have to fly across it to get to the other sun station on the other side, as the scorching sun is right below you. Dark Bramble, you have to slowly glide through the mysterious fog past these huge anglerfish. And the Eye of the Universe, you have to, whether you want to or not, there is no turning back. Jump into the eye itself, the creation of all that is known. There is no pussying out in this game, fellas. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a special video for me to make because it's my favorite game of all time, so I would love and appreciate all the support that will come with this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see your asses in the next video.